As they say in PIHL hockey, let's do that PIHL hockey. Hello, good evening, and welcome. I'm Matt Popchock, coming at you once again from the Mount Lebanon Ice Center, 20 minutes south of downtown Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, for Week 14 of PIHL Hockey Night Live, a doubleheader this Thursday night on the PIHL channel, part of 10-Band TV, presented by Iron Bridge. Tonight, the defending Pennsylvania Cup Class AA champion South Fayette Lions officially began the second half of the 2023-2024 regular campaign here at home as they host the Armstrong Riverhawks in the second matchup of the regular season series and second rematch of last year's Class AA Penguins Cup final. And on March 21st, 2023, a Tuesday night at the Lemieux Complex, it was the South Fayette Lions, for the first time in their 23-year program history, winning a Penguins Cup championship by giving the Riverhawks, the number one seed in the playoff tournament, a taste of their own medicine with stifling defense and great goaltending. A 2-0 victory to claim the Penguins Cup title by South Fayette that night. More recently, in the last regular season meeting between these teams back on the 19th of October, South Fayette was victorious at the Belmont Complex in Katanning by a final score of 5-2. That was the Lions' first win of this ongoing regular season, and it was fueled by Jackson Brandabora and Nolan Murphy combining for 4 goals, including 3 markers on the power play. And Nolan Murphy, the PIHL All-Star, number 17 in white, the alternate captain, warming up off to our right, is having one heck of a senior campaign. Third in PIHL Class AA in goals with 17. Tied for 7th in points with 22. He is one of 8 South Fayette All-Stars this season. And the Lions have not officially clinched a return to the Penguins Cup playoffs, but they are very, very close. The path of least resistance is to win 3 more games. The second least path of resistance, if you will, is to earn 5 more points and depend on 1 more loss of any fashion by Bishop McCourt. That'll get them in as well. Now, what a difference a year makes for the Armstrong Riverhawks. Last year, they were number 1 in total team offense, number 1 in total team defense. They have lost 9 seniors from that Penguins Cup finalist team. They have lost 70% of their offense from last year, and they graduated their goaltender, Dylan Morris, who was one of the most consistent netminders last season in the PIHL. Morris has a capable successor in Rexton Huff, who's a first-year starter and actually ranks 4th in Class AA in total saves with 255 of those, but he's just not been consistent. He fought valiantly in the last regular season meeting between these teams with a season-high 36 saves at the Belmont Complex against the Lions on October 19th. But the Riverhawks need a win to get back on track tonight. They come in with just 3 regular season victories, sitting 10th out of the 11 teams in PIHL Class AA with a 3-9 overall record. South Fayette's overall record, 8-1 plus 2 shootout losses, good for 18 points, good for 3rd place in the 11-team AA classification. Offensively, the Riverhawks this year led by their senior all-star forward, Adam Hooks, who had a goal the last time these teams met, and he had a goal in Armstrong's last game, a 4-2 loss against Greater Latrobe at the Belmont Complex last Thursday. Hooks wearing number 28 in black and warming up off to our left for the visiting Riverhawks. 5 goals and 7 points in his last 6 PIHL games played. He and his brother Logan, who's a defenseman on this team, Logan wears number 33, by the way, they're both alternate captains for Ed Jeremy's Armstrong squad this year. Logan Hooks, I should say, was named to the PIHL All-Star team as a defenseman, one of 2 Armstrong All-Star representatives, along with Jake Graff, the team's leading scorer, who was held without a point the last time these teams met. But he comes into this game with a 9-game point streak as Armstrong continues the second half of regular season play. 4 points for Graff, who wears number 59 in black and is warming up off to our left. 3 goals and 4 points for Graff in his last 3 PIHL games played. Armstrong out of the playoff picture presently, as I said, but 7 games left out of their 8 remaining, including tonight against teams that are currently above the playoff line. Now, the strength of their remaining schedule, the teams on that schedule have a combined point percentage of .562. So Armstrong has a very tough schedule going forward for the rest of the second half of the season, but adversity creates opportunity, and they've got an opportunity, multiple opportunities starting tonight to gain ground in the overall standings. Ed Jeremy, the fourth-year head coach whom I just mentioned, talking things over with his team last minute. South Fayette led by Matt Schwartz in his fifth year as head varsity coach, with longtime assistant and longtime friend and teammate Christian Hansen helping him on the South Fayette bench. Ed Jeremy has a veteran on the Armstrong bench as well, Glenn Kilgore, the former Ford City varsity coach who coached the Sabres prior to the Katanning-Ford City School District merger in the 2000s and for part of the 2010s. And in goal for Armstrong, it will be the Ironman, Rexton Huff. And he'll be going against a PIHL All-Star, Graydon Sarnowski, second amongst backup goaltenders in PIHL Class AA in goals against and save percentage. Robert Chiappetta wins the opening faceoff for South Fayette, and the Lions will skate from right to left on your TV, computer, or mobile device to begin tonight's game. The Riverhawks wearing their black third jerseys, brand new for this season. South Fayette in their conventional home whites with the green trim. And the Lions play the puck up the near boards to Nate Keller. Keller, the freshman and varsity newcomer, over the attacking line, watched from behind by one of the Riverhawks as Armstrong plays the puck out to center. Adam Hooks near side for Bruce Liptak. Liptak getting it deep for the Riverhawks, who are changing on the fly. And Keller is shouldered off the puck at his own blue line by Jonas Miller, as Eli Petter, the alternate captain and defenseman, gives it away to Miller. Miller turned the puck over and turned to Nate Keller, Keller 1-on-2 over the blue line is poke checked at the last moment by Colin Kutch, the sophomore blue liner. Keller forces a turnover in the corner. Keller dispossessed one more time by the Armstrong defense, and the Riverhawks will push the puck up to center red. Gaining the red line and dumping it deep is the aforementioned Jake Graff. Graff, 9 goals, 8 assists, 17 points to lead the Riverhawks this regular season. Santino Vizio giving it away to team captain Carson Franceschi of Armstrong. Now Jackson Brandabora, the South Fayette defenseman, over the blue line. Brandabora, as good as there is at generating offense from defense. Into South Fayette territory it comes. Randall Fisher backpedaling to play this puck under pressure from Adam Hooks. But he's able to win that battle. And with some help from Mason Imler, is able to get the puck as far as the South Fayette bench, but the Riverhawks take it over inside Lions ice. Near side it'll come. And it'll be sent down the boards, intended for Hooks. Hooks is going to let it go to an Armstrong teammate as it's played up ahead. Imler over the blue line. Imler 1-on-1. Good poke check there by the Armstrong defense. And a steal promptly by Tyler Brandabora. Brandabora behind the Armstrong goal. Brandabora 1-on-2 is checked into the corner boards. Puck along the side of the net as Huff watches it go to his right. Lions still on the attack here early in a scoreless first period. It's played down low for Trevor D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro to Nolan Murphy. D'Alessandro with points in 7 of his last 8 PIHL games. Of course, had that big insurance goal to help the Lions beat Armstrong in last year's Penguins Cup final. Mock from center red retreating. And he'll play it up ahead to Tyler Brandabora. Brandabora, who had a goal in South Fayette's last game before the holiday break, a 3-2 shootout loss here at home to Hempfield, plays it around the boards. Near side it comes to Kutch. Kutch trying to clear his own zone. He can't. Riverhawks still trying to exit their area. Bennett Mulkey providing pressure for South Fayette as it's played over some heads and fortunately doesn't hit any heads on its way into the scorer's table, and it's out of play with 13:34 remaining in the first. Over on the 10-band TV Sports 2 channel, we have JRM Productions bringing you Fox Chapel and Thomas Jefferson. Some in our audience are watching this game live. Some in our audience are watching that game live, and we thank you all the same for patronizing 10-band TV here as Week 14 of the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League regular season draws to a close tonight. Dylan Mock behind his own net. Mock off the glass, far side. Kept alive by Armstrong's Jake Graff. Near corner, Petter. Unable to clear the zone. To the point it comes for Rory Shearer. Shearer's shot blocked. Shea Cooney up ahead to Ivan Kalinko. Kalinko has a step on his man. That's Logan Hooks. Hooks poke checks it loose, however. And Logan Hooks dragging this puck around in the far corner, trying to clear the zone. Oh, Hooks waited a little too long, I think, to get rid of that puck. And the Lions are able to play it to the half wall before it's picked off by Derek Chrisman, the junior defenseman. South Fayette right back on this puck as Kalinko puts his man into the near boards. Robert Chiappetta with it at center for South Fayette. Chiappetta trying to dance around Shirer. Shirer behind Chiappetta. Chiappetta goes near side, short side, and almost hit the target. That was a good save there by Huff. First official shot on goal for either team in this first period. Still no score. Keller, far corner. Bodied up high by Jaden Sims. And Sims does enough to get the puck loose, but Armstrong guilty of icing with 5 minutes gone by in period one. Ed Jeremy, the Katanning hockey alumnus who played pre-merger for that district, calling for a line change before this defensive zone faceoff, which is won by the Riverhawks, and played back to center. Vizio gets it in deep for South Fayette. Kutch retreating behind his own cage to play it. Gave it away to Chiappetta. Chiappetta to the near corner. Keller going in after that dump in. But Armstrong gets it up to center ice. Vizio. One-touch pass to Mikhail Lobanov. Lobanov, a South Fayette newcomer, as Sarnowski covers at the other end. Very impressive newcomer to watch at that. We saw South Fayette scrimmage Mount Lebanon on Mount Lebanon's official senior night celebration back on Sunday night, and Lobanov had 2 goals in the scrimmage against the Blue Devils, including one just 14 seconds into it. Lobanov, a South Fayette sophomore, playing his first varsity season. Lions win the defensive zone faceoff comfortably as it's played up ahead to Tyler Brandabora. Brandabora 1-on-2. Gets around the one man and has it behind the net for the Lions. Out in front, D'Alessandro. Oh, what a great save there by Huff. On the backdoor play by Trevor D'Alessandro. Fisher's slap shot catches a stick and goes wide of goal. Oh, best chance of the game early on for the Lions, who continue to cycle. Bad angle shot held by Huff, and the rebound just sort of dies at the side of the net before it's cleared by the Hawks. Fisher retreating as South Fayette resets. Brandabora, one-touch pass to Murphy. Murphy, left wing circle, slap shot, broke his stick on that attempted play. No, actually, it's one of the Armstrong defenders who broke his stick, and the Riverhawks are forced to ice this puck as number 41 in black retrieves a new piece of wood. Lions controlling off the offensive zone faceoff. Traffic jam in the far circle. Lobanov digging for it. Works it free to Chiappetta. Out in front for Keller. Keller couldn't hang on. Armstrong back to center, 2-on-2. Here's Chrisman. Chrisman forcing a save from Sarnowski. Out in front it comes. Oh, beyond the reach of Liptak, who had lots of space to shoot. Lobanov picks up the loose puck for the Lions. Lobanov under heavy duress through center. Gets as far as the Armstrong blue line before South Fayette has to tag up. Zone entry pass for Chiappetta is broken up. Petter there to back it up for the Lions. Lobanov in deep after this puck for South Fayette. Still no score, under 10 to go first period. Lions get it deep, but Armstrong continuing to play a very structured defensive game against a team that can produce its share of offense is content to ice the puck one more time and sweat out another defensive zone faceoff. Hudson Venom, Braden Rygaard, and Mason Emler, the forward trio on here for Matt Schwartz. Face off to Rexton Huff's left, and again, the Lions continue to acquit themselves well in the face-off circle. That shot from distance was off an Armstrong skate, and the Riverhawks get it back to center. In hot pursuit, Jonas Miller. Miller unable to catch up to it before Jackson Brandabora retrieves it. Up it comes to Rygaard. Rygaard had his pocket picked at the Armstrong bench. Now a 50-50 puck battle in the officials' crease is won by the Hawks. And Logan Hooks will reset defensively for Armstrong, which is in the middle of a line change. Rygaard gets this puck deep for the Lions. Shirer playing it to his left. And up to center it'll come. Logan Hooks gave it away to Vizio. Vizio has the red line. No icing, officials say. South Fayette now changing on the go as we approach the midpoint of this opening frame. Still no score between South Fayette and Armstrong here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Second meeting between these teams that met in last year's Class AA Penguins Cup final as Sarnowski covers a loose puck inside the blue paint. And at the precise midpoint of period one, we will tell you that Graydon Sarnowski, the South Fayette senior, last appeared in a 15-save victory at Norwin at the Palmer Imaging Center on 12/18, December the 18th, that is. 153 minutes played, 199 goals against average, 908 save percentage, 2 victories and 1 shootout loss on his resume this season. And that was enough for Sarnowski to get a PIHL All-Star nod. One of 8 Lions, including head coach Matt Schwartz, to be named to the 2024 All-Star team in Class AA. Hard hit in the near corner. And one of the Riverhawks retaliating, and we're going to get penalties here. It's going to go against Armstrong as Murphy shoots on goal, and that stop is made by Huff. Sarnowski comes off for the extra attacker. Murphy still has it. Murphy shooting on Huff. Save made. Rebound again. It's loose and finally touched by Kutch. And South Fayette will get the game's first power play. Well, Armstrong's best hope statistically is to turn this game into a special teams battle. The Riverhawks, a very skilled penalty-killing team with 5 shorthanded goals, the second most in the AA classification. But with that being said, South Fayette, 24% of the power play, middle of the pack in PIHL Class AA. High sticking the official indication as the Lions go in the power play. Armstrong, as I said, middle of the pack on the penalty kill, and they have a chance shorthanded here. A chance to add to those 5 shorthanded goals. Centering pass, snapshot, save Sarnowski on Logan Hooks. Hooks already has a power play goal this year. He almost had a shorty. 1:38 to go on the Lions power play. Scoreless first period. Under 7.5 remaining, and this puck is chipped just wide on the doorstep of Huff. Lions continue to operate 5-on-4. Hooks tries to take it away and clear the zone, and this time he'll have help from one of the Riverhawks. That's Adam Hooks, his brother. Murphy up ahead, a little too heavy for D'Alessandro, and that's picked off immediately by Franceschi, who's just on in a penalty-killing role, the Armstrong captain. Murphy pinned up against the near boards with Brandabora, trying to wriggle free. Brandabora cross ice to Chiappetta. Chiappetta has trouble playing this puck. Tries to go to D'Alessandro behind the net, but it's cut off and sent the length of the ice. 50 to go in the South Fayette power play. Armstrong coming in 74.5% on the penalty kill. South Fayette dominated the special teams battle the last time these teams met with those 3 power play goals. Half a minute left on the high sticking call as it's stolen again by the Lions, and this time Sarnowski will take no chances with a distant shot from Jake Graff as he gloves that down. And the puck will be dropped to the South Fayette seniors' right with 25 to go in the Lions PP. South Fayette controlling off a faceoff. Lebanon with one last rush for this power play. Lebanon on his backhand between the circles, dropping it back to Dylan Mock. Now back to Lebanon at the edge of the right circle. Lebanon trying to find space out in front. He can't. Armstrong with more good gap control as Miller helps the Riverhawks kill off the rest of the penalty. Aiden Mirando released from the sin bin as Armstrong is back to full strength. South Fayette with the puck. Say made rebound. Oh, it's rolling on the goal line and Keller couldn't finish it. Oh, Huff, I think, might have gotten a goaltender stick on that. If so, it's the save of the game so far, and we remain scoreless with under 5.5 to go in period one. And the Riverhawks are holding their own here in enemy territory. Face-off controlled by South Fayette once again. Ivan Kalinko with it now for the Lions. Kalinko contacted up high, no penalty called. South Fayette fans 1-1. This puck deep in the Lions territory. Brody File, the South Fayette defenseman plays it near side for Kalinko. That outlet pass too heavy, picked up by Logan Hooks. Hooks up ahead for Chrisman. Chrisman stood up at the South Fayette blue line. Riverhawks have to reset. They give it away to Shea Cooney, but Cooney and Kalinko are offside for the Lions. Visit the shop at 10 Band TV and check out all the great deals available now from our associate partners, including best-selling electronics from Amazon and discounted first visits to the Massage Envy outlet nearest you. Every purchase you make through the 10 Band TV shop supports our PIHL coverage and other regional content on 10 Band TV. As always, thanks for watching and for shopping on 10band.tv/shop. Mirando with his puck deep in South Fayette territory, trying to center it for one of his Armstrong teammates. And that looks like Ethan Barnhart. Barnhart too well covered. And we have a hand pass called against the Lions with 4:25 remaining in the first period. Face-off is brought back into South Fayette territory by this USA hockey crew of Buckholtz and Fitzgerald on duty for game one of our doubleheader here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. And the Lions continue to dominate in the face-off circle as this puck is played around to the far boards. Graff pressuring for the Riverhawks, but it comes free to one of the Lions. It's sent near side for Murphy. Murphy over the blue line, up ahead for Tyler Brandabora. That pass a little too strong. Riverhawks should be able to play it back to center, and they do. Franceschi over the blue line. Franceschi centering pass, shot on Sarnowski. Oh, a great blocker save there on Graff. Graff centers it one more time for Franceschi. Franceschi letting it go to Logan Hooks. His shot blocked. Armstrong with some good pressure here late in the first period as the Lions recover. Murphy takes the outlet pass, skating left wing side. Murphy trying to lead it for Brandabora. Again, that pass too heavy. And South Fayette just not quite in sync here in period one. First official game of the second half of the regular season for the Lions. And South Fayette, for the first time in the 2024 calendar year, will have to go to the penalty kill now with 3:23 to go in the first. Interference, the indication against Dylan Mock, the freshman forward. Riverhawks, 10th on the power play, coming in at 17.9%. South Fayette, number one on the penalty kill at 88.2%. Their senior captain, defenseman Brady Fleck. Armstrong going to work on the man advantage. Fleck not out there for this opening penalty killing shift as the Riverhawks operate. They're actually out shooting South Fayette 5-2 in this first period, which has 3 minutes remaining. Still no score. Centering pass, shot, save Sarnowski as he swallows that attempt from Lipdak. Sarnowski's been a busy man of late as South Fayette tries to find its legs here on home ice. 1:34 to go in the Armstrong man advantage. Adam Hooks tying up his man in the faceoff circle, and the Riverhawks get a faceoff win. Graf from distance, high off the glass and wide. Hooks on the rebound, pinching. That went off the side of the net. Franceschi pinching for the Armstrong power play. Inside the right circle, shot into the glove of Sarnowski. And there is no rebound. It's been sort of a revolving door of goaltenders this year for Matt Schwartz. Zach Bender has played the majority of the minutes, but Graydon Sarnowski, when called into action, has been very sharp for the Lions. On Sunday in the senior night scrimmage hosted by Mount Lebanon, we saw the underclassmen Jackson Ankrum, the freshman, and Drew Carson in action, and they both played admirably, combining for 38 saves unofficially in the win over Mount Lebanon. .45 to go in the Armstrong power play, and a good penalty killing shift here by Tyler Brandabora, just ragging this puck in the corner, drawing the double team and taking lots of time off that penalty clock. Up it comes now to Hooks, Adam Hooks that is. Hooks around File, behind the net now. Brings it left side. That pass too heavy for Kutch. And a chance the other way possibly for South Fayette if they can catch up to this puck, but Logan Hooks is going to get there first. 20 seconds to go in the Armstrong power play. That's the last rush for that unit. And they're not going to get a shot on goal as this pass is intercepted by Petter and cleared by Chiappetta. So we've got $1:20 to go in a scoreless first period, and South Fayette is back to even strength. Mock immediately back to the bench as Sarnowski makes that save. Bouncing puck off the boards, controlled for a moment by Chiappetta. He's supported by Rygard. Rygard going after his own dump-in, skating around Kutch to play the puck. Out in front it comes to Vizio. Vizio's shot, oh, that just missed. Imler off the boards. And it's cut off by an Armstrong body and played just outside the Riverhawks zone. Imler just barely onside for the Lions on the off wing. Imler trying to dance around a check is dispossessed of the puck. Lions try a wraparound, but that's broken up. It comes to Petter at the left point. Petter with 35 to go in the period, works it down low. Out in front it comes to Vizio. Vizio's shot just missed the net. Vizio's had a couple good looks at the end of this period. Lipdak reversing the play for Armstrong. Good shift here at the end of the frame by South Fayette, but still nothing to show for it with 15 seconds to go. Rygard over the blue line. Rygard poke-checked, and a chance the other way for Armstrong. Franceschi over the blue line. Franceschi shooting. Good save there from mid-range by Sarnowski. 5 seconds left. It's gloved down by Petter, and that'll do it. Now, the Armstrong Riverhawks have gone through some growing pains this year. 1 year removed from that Penguins Cup final berth, but they are holding their own against the state champs. After one period of play at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center, South Fayette Lions nothing, Armstrong Riverhawks nothing. I'm Matt Popchock, and you're watching PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL channel, presented by Iron Bridge. Last year, over 100,000 local viewers watched the PIHL All-Star Games live and on demand on 10-Band TV. This year, 10-Band TV is proud to bring you exclusive coverage of the PIHL All-Star Games once again on Sunday, January 28th at the RMU Island Sports Center beginning at noon. Visit 10band.tv/advertise to learn more about affordable opportunities to promote your business and sponsor our player profile digital hockey cards during our All-Star coverage. That's 10band.tv/advertise, and be sure to enter the discount code TBTV ads 2024 at checkout for all ad placements. Matt Popchock back with you on PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL channel, part of 10-Band TV, presented by Iron Bridge. First period shots on goal, Armstrong Riverhawks 8, South Fayette Lions 2. They are scoreless where it counts, but apropos of that shot total, when you have a team that comes in with really nothing to lose at this point, the Riverhawks mathematically something of a long shot to make the playoffs, and they're coming up against a team that has a little bit more to lose in terms of playoff positioning at least, and strange things can happen under those circumstances, and Armstrong playing a sharp first period here on the road. And the Lions, a team we've seen grow into games gracefully. They've been a strong second period team over the course of this regular season. And we'll see if Matt Schwartz's club can get it going here as we are underway in the middle frame between the circles. Keller on goal. Speak of the devil, and the devil comes calling. Nate Keller goes between the pillows and gives South Fayette that elusive first goal. And that's one that I think Huff would like to have back. Just an innocent shot between the circles. Not a lot of power on it from Keller, but he went 5-hole, and he succeeded 5-hole. Keller continues his outstanding freshman campaign with his 8th goal of the year. And South Fayette, which, as we said, was really objectively outplayed in that first period, comes to life early in the second with a goal just a minute 18 seconds in. Foul checked up against the boards by Chrisman. Jackson Brandaboro with the primary assist on the Keller goal. Jackson now with points in 7 of his last 8 league games. So his hot streak continues. Fisher at center, playing it for the Lions. Give it up to Liptak. Liptak getting it deep for Armstrong. Sarnowski plays it to his right. Up the boards it comes to Cooney. Cooney trying to outmuscle the man on the puck for South Fayette, or for Armstrong, I should say. That was Barnhart. Kalinko with it now for the Lions. Kalinko is outfoxed by Kutch. Cooney traps that puck in the corner. Kutch has to play it one more time for the Riverhawks and does so around the boards, but not out. Vizio with a good keep, but he can't keep it inside the attacking zone for long as Barnhart plays it near side. A collision in front of Sarnowski. Murphy playing it for the Lions, near side. Up to D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro unable to get it around his man at the boards. Petter gets it back to center. Mirando unable to get that puck deep. Here come the Lions. Lead pass, Tyler Brandaboro. Brandaboro tucks it in behind Rexton Huff. And isn't that a fine how do you do? South Fayette 2, Armstrong nothing. With just 3:03 gone by in the second period. 85 career points by the Brandaboro twins combined in their PIHL careers, and for Tyler, goal number 11 in his junior season. Imler to Hudson Venom, who was driving the net. Venom unable to take the pass. Imler out in front. Picked off. Out in front it comes to Rygaard. Rygaard on Huff. Save made, and the rebound is cleared. Murphy and Petter picking up the assist on the Tyler Brandabora goal as Jake Graff counterattacks for Armstrong, and the rebound dribbles just wide. Oh, a good save there by Sarnowski, but he gave up a big, juicy rebound, and the Riverhawks nearly pulled one back moments after Tyler Brandabora doubled South Fayette's advantage. Imler with the dump in. Venom goes after it for the Lions. South Fayette changing on the fly. Back to center it comes. File defensively at his own blue line. Up ahead for Cooney. Near side for Lobanov. Correction, that's Chiappetta. Chiappetta driving the net. That rolled just off his stick, and it's knocked aside by Huff. Shirer up the far boards, but not out. Fisher keeps it in the zone for South Fayette. Lobanov trying to hook up with Chiappetta. Chiappetta puts it in! It is 3-0 Lions. 12:32 remaining, second period. And how long will that timeout stay in Ed Jeremy's pocket? The Riverhawks came out strong tonight. To say the least, they have poked the bear in period 2. Or the lion, if you will. South Fayette, after a dormant first period, storming out to a 3-0 lead here in the second as a penalty is coming up against the Lions. So Armstrong still with a lot of time left in this game and a chance to grab a lifeline as they'll get their second power play chance of the evening. We told you about all-star coverage earlier as Brody File will be the guilty party for South Fayette. We want to point out that on Sunday, January 28th, the co-op all-star game will kick off the festivities at noon Eastern time, followed by the 1A blue game at 1:50, the 1A gold game at 3:40, the Class AA game at 5:30, and the Class AAA game at 7:30. Armstrong on the power play for the second time tonight. South Fayette 1 for 1 in the PK so far, and up by 3 goals here with a lot of time left in the second period. Chiappetta onside, gets this puck deep, shorthanded for South Fayette. Well, whatever Matt Schwartz said to his team after period 1, message received. Period 2 has been very different, and the Lions nearly capitalized shorthanded as that shot glances the side of the post to the right of Rexton Huff. Logan Hooks over the line is double teamed immediately. Adam Hooks trailing the play for the Riverhawks. Hooks trying to dance around Mock. Mock with a poke check. Armstrong regains possession. Left wing side. Franceschi's shot is blocked, I should say, as it comes up to Kutch. Kutch for Logan Hooks. Graff in the far corner. Graff knocked from behind by Petter. Graff protecting this puck for Armstrong with 53 to go in the power play. Out in front, shot off the crossbar by Adam Hooks. As the senior forward finds metal but not mesh. That's been that kind of a period for Armstrong. This cross-ice pass almost beyond the reach of its intended target, but the Riverhawks continue to keep the cycle going here on the man advantage. Cuts through a crowd. Good save. Sarnowski saw that one at the last moment. Kutch with the keep at the left point. Cross ice. Shot from distance. Sarnowski cutting down the angle is there again, and there is no rebound. Now again, it was not the easiest start to the evening for the Lions, but Graydon Sarnowski has been the one thing constant for the home team. 19 to go in the Armstrong power play. 10.5 to go in the second period. 3-0 South Fayette. This shot deflected in front of goal, and it'll be sent deep by Jackson Brandabora, just beyond the reach of Trevor D'Alessandro, who was looking for a possible shorthanded breakaway. And that should just about do it. South Fayette, the number one penalty kill in Class AA, is going to be 2 for 2 as Mirando drives the net but loses the puck in the process to Brandabora. Up the boards it'll come now. And that's Logan Hooks getting it deep for the Riverhawks as South Fayette is back to full strength. Up to center for Hudson Venom. Venom hasn't knocked off his blade. Jackson Brandabora puts it back into Armstrong territory. Near side for Sims. Sims lets it go to Chrisman. Chrisman drifting to center point. Has it knocked off his stick by Rygaard. Lions try to start their breakout here with a commanding lead. 9:35 to go, second period. Big traffic jam at the Armstrong blue line, and the Riverhawks try to get their transition game going. Chance on Sarnowski as this puck is put wide by Chrisman. Through a crowd, it comes off the stick of Kutch, and that caught a piece of Sarnowski's blocker before it went in behind the South Fayette goal. A giveaway there to one of the Riverhawks. Armstrong completing a line change of its own as Kutch plays this puck to Miller. Cross ice it comes, off balance shot, that was blocked. Riverhawks try to keep the cycle going, but it deflects back to the neutral zone. Kutch will dump it into South Fayette ice. Jackson Brandabora up to Hudson Venom, the freshman. Venom scored a couple of goals in that senior night scrimmage hosted by Mount Lebanon. Shot on goal. Sarnowski was bracing for it, and the follow-up is put high and wide. Kutch with Sarnowski out of position. Toward goal, it's blocked, and that hurt Jackson Brandabora. He's hobbling a bit and favoring his hand as he skates over to the South Fayette bench. Midway through the second period, midway through the game. South Fayette exploding for 3 early second period goals by Keller, Tyler Brandabora, and Chiappetta to take a 3-0 lead over last year's Penguins Cup runners-up, the Armstrong Riverhawks. Near side it comes to Logan Hooks. Hooks stabbed at by Cooney. Adam Hooks will reset the play for Armstrong. Logan Hooks thought about a dump in. Now he'll wait till he gains the South Fayette blue line. Mirando collides with Petter along the far boards. And that allows the Lions to play it. Oh, it just stays in play, rolling along the South Fayette bench. No matter, it'll be icing against the Lions with 7:39 to go to the ice cut. Iron Bridge was founded in 2011 to simplify interoperability in today's complex healthcare ecosystem. Their solutions have allowed over 100 organizations to harness the power of the cloud to exchange health data easily and securely. Iron Bridge makes simple healthcare integration easier and makes complex healthcare integration possible. Visit ironbridgecorp.com for more information. That shot by Kutch through a crowd is blocked. Breakout pass for Lobanov too far, and we'll do it again in South Fayette territory, I believe, from the same faceoff circle. Three goals in 3:15 by the Lions here in period 2. Punctuated by Robert Chiappetta's 6th of the year. Chiappetta, the top setup man in Class AA, coming in 22 assists as a sophomore to lead all of PIHL Class AA, entering Week 14. And 27 points overall to lead the Lions and rank 3rd in the AA classification. Murphy, burial, 4-0 Lions. 7:08 to go, second period. And Nolan Murphy, who had a 9-game goal streak snapped in that disappointing loss to Hempfield right before the holiday break, is right back on the horse. 10 out of 11 ain't bad either. The senior all-star with his 18th, team-leading 18th of the season. And the Lions have taken a chokehold on this game. Murphy getting in tight and just wiring that wrist shot right up underneath the crossbar behind Huff. Goal scorer's goal. Murphy 3rd coming into tonight in goals in Class AA. Out in front it comes, intended for D'Alessandro. It's broken up by Logan Hooks and pushed to the boards by Shirer. To the point for Jackson Brandabora. Brandabora's shot pass intended for Keller as the net behind Huff is dislodged. And we get a stoppage in play, fortunately for the Riverhawks' sake. with time ticking away in period 2. Tyler Brandabora setting up Nolan Murphy, so Brandabora, like Murphy, now has multiple points in this period, a goal and an assist. This puck deflects to the near boards where it's sent back to center by the Riverhawks. Franceschi over the blue line before he's stood up by Jackson Brandabora. Shirer has to hustle to catch up to this puck. D'Alessandro's going to beat him to it. D'Alessandro out in front. It was broken up by Hooks, but turned over to Chiappetta. Chiappetta for Jackson Brandabora. Brandabora cross ice. Petter out in front to Chiappetta. The Lions just playing with hair on fire urgency in this second period as Huff gloves that one after a sluggish first frame. South Fayette 4, Armstrong nothing. Under 6 minutes to go until we cut the ice here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. The Lions trying to earn points in their 9th consecutive PIHL game following that shootout loss to Hempfield at the end of December. And a win by South Fayette tonight, as I said earlier, would put them 2 wins away from officially clinching a return trip to the Penguins Cup playoffs to defend their Penguins Cup title and hopefully, subsequently, for their sake, their Pennsylvania Cup title. South Fayette last year, the only Western team to win a Pennsylvania Cup, doing so for the first time in their 23-year history, defeating Pennsbury as Sarnowski makes that save, and the rebound is buried by Adam Hooks as the donut disappears with 5:20 remaining in period 2. Hooks with his 7th goal of the season, and Armstrong has a pulse. Sarnowski out of position, and the senior Hooks right there. Adam Hooks making no mistakes, smashing in that rebound. And it's a 3-goal game with time remaining in period 2. Miller winning the faceoff for the Riverhawks. Imler takes it over for the Lions. Imler double-teamed immediately, supported by Venom. Kutch picking up the primary assist on that goal. And Kutch has played a very strong game, a very active game, picking up his 3rd assist of the regular season. And Kutch brings this puck over the attacking line for the Hawks. Kutch toward the goal, lost it at the last moment. Imler outletting for Venom. Venom attracts the attention of 3 black-shirted counterparts as South Fayette changes on the fly. 4.5 to go in the second. South Fayette 4, Armstrong 1, on Adam Hooks' 7th goal of the regular season. This shot by Graff is deflected off a South Fayette stick, that of Brody File, and off the goaltender stick thereafter of Graydon Sarnowski. To the point it comes for Kutch. His shot blocked by Cooney. Kutch on the follow-up. That hit one of his teammates. And that was the goal scorer, Adam Hooks, catching the friendly fire. Hooks along the far boards. Centers it to nobody in particular except for Shea Cooney. Cooney runs into one of his own men. But Kalinko clears the zone for South Fayette, or does he? The officials put up the washout signal saying that there was no offside, no delayed offside for that matter, against the Riverhawks. But the point is moot as South Fayette does eventually get it out of danger. Dylan Mock from his knees helps South Fayette get it back to center ice one more time. Ivan Kalinko leading the charge for the Lions. Kalinko had it roll off a stick but regains possession and forces a save by a sprawling Rexton Huff. On Wednesday, January 24th, 10-Band TV takes it outside. The PIHL channel has live coverage of the 2024 Bishop Canevin Winter Classic versus Chartiers Valley as 2 longtime league rivals and the last 2 unbeatens in the league unite for an exhibition game to raise money for the Crabtree Kovacic Veterans House at the Washington, PA City Mission in memory of U.S. Marine Lance Corporal Ryan Kovacic, a Canevin hockey alumnus. Visit 10band.tv/advertise to learn about affordable Winter Classic advertising opportunities and watch the puck drop at South Park Ice Rink at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, January 24th on 10band TV. Looking forward to that one. Brian Mitchell and I had the pleasure of doing an outdoor game at North Park Ice Rink a couple of years back between North Allegheny and Seneca Valley in PIHL regular season play. Crusaders and Colts, longtime PIHL rivals, playing in different classifications this year, getting ready for an exhibition game as they had at the beginning of last January to promote veterans health care. What a great cause. And that's also the return of Michael Lyman, I believe. So got lots of reasons to look forward to that one. 2:30 to go, second period. This follow-up shot is put wide by Lobanov. Not that Kennedy isn't stimulating company, but I digress. Tyler Brandabora shooting off the mask of Huff. That stunned him for a moment as we hear the Zamboni warming up beneath our feet. One of the niceties here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center, that you get that sort of hockey ambiance. Very unique to this building. Murphy getting it deep in the final 2 minutes of second period play for the Lions as Matt Schwartz makes at least one more line change before that buzzer. South Fayette taking command in the second period before Armstrong was finally able to get on the board late. D'Alessandro between the circles. D'Alessandro on his back into goal. D'Alessandro side the net. Can't ram it home. The Lions are reaching for it, and Huff gets back into position just in the nick of time. A good work down low by the Armstrong defense to bail out their goaltender. Final minute and a half of the second period. South Fayette trying to answer that lone Armstrong goal as it comes out in front, intended for Chiappetta. It'll be taken instead by the Riverhawks. Graff through center 1-on-2. Graff might have had a step there on Jackson Brandabora, but Brandabora stayed with him. Mirando puts it just inside the South Fayette blue line. Chiappetta through the legs of Keller, who got the scoring started in this period for the Lions. The Riverhawks making a line change here as Ed Jeremy prepares to talk to his team during the ice cut. And he'll have a lot to say as D'Alessandro is knocked from behind, and D'Alessandro's shot is blocked from behind by Shirer. A correction, that's Nolan Mills. The senior getting the piece of that as Sarnowski makes a nifty glove save at the other end. That was not Mills making the block on D'Alessandro. I beg your pardon. That was 31, not 71, as those alternate jerseys with the thin orange numbers got the best of me. Chrisman going to stay on here for the final moments of the second period. Half a minute to go. Face off to Sarnowski's left, and it's controlled by the Lions defensively. Kutch at center ice, who set up that goal by Adam Hooks earlier in the period. Jackson Brandabora behind the Lions' cage is knocked down to the ice after playing that puck for South Fayette. Immler at the official's crease, and there's going to be a penalty against Armstrong. Jake Graff got a little overzealous on the forecheck, and he will feel shame for 2 minutes and then get free, or more accurately, feel shame for 7.2 seconds, then a minute 53 of the third period, and then get free. This is going to go against Brandabora. Wait a moment. This is going to go against South Fayette. I stand corrected. Now, Buchholz and Fitzgerald apparently contending that Brandabora retaliated after he was knocked down by Graff. And so Armstrong will hope that the third time is the charm for its power play as the buzzer sounds. And we will cut the ice as that shot goes wide of goal, but in all probability would not have counted. Now we can cut the ice at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. And your score after 2 periods of play at said venue is the South Fayette Lions 4 and the Armstrong Riverhawks 1. I'm Matt Popchock, and you're watching Game 1 of our PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader on the PIHL channel, part of 10-Band TV, presented by Iron Bridge. We've got third period action in just a bit, but first, some much-awaited music from the 4-1-2.
All across the United States, each state has what's called an immunization information system. Immunization information systems, or IIS, are confidential, population-based, computerized databases that record all immunization doses administered by participating providers to persons residing within a given geopolitical area. In the United States, every vaccination registry is a bit different, which can become daunting and confusing. Enter PubHub. PubHub solves this issue by giving its providers the ability to connect and communicate to the state registry with one connection and one data format. For example, if a patient has received the COVID-19 vaccine, PubHub allows the provider to see if the patient has already received the vaccine, keeping everything safe and organized for everyone.
Two jumbo iced caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino.
Extra caramel?
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
For over 20 years, groups, families, and individuals have been saving money with the Avia Dental Plan.
For as little as $9.25 a month, members can save up to 50% or more on dental care.
Plus, everyone qualifies, and there is no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Start saving today with the Avia Dental Plans.
Go to getlowcostdental.com or call 1-888-431-2273. Smile. You're with people who care.
Chiappetta trying to dance around Shirer. Shirer behind Chiappetta. Chiappetta goes near side, short side, and almost hit the target. That was a good save there by Huff. Brandon Bora 1-on-2. Gets around the one man. And has it behind the net for the Lions. Out in front, D'Alessandro. Oh, what a great save there by Huff. On the backdoor play by Trevor D'Alessandro. Fisher's slap shot. Catches a stick and goes wide. Deborah 1-on-2. Gets around the one man. And has it behind the net for the Lions. Out in front, D'Alessandro. Oh, what a great save there by Huff. On the backdoor play by Trevor D'Alessandro. Fisher's slap shot. Catches a stick and goes wide. 0-0 score between South Fayette and Armstrong here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Second meeting between these teams that met in last year's Class AA Penguins Cup final as Sarnowski covers a loose puck inside the blue paint. And out in the near corner. And one of the Riverhawks retaliating, and we're going to get penalties here. It's going to go against Armstrong as Murphy shoots on goal, and that stop is made by Huff. Sarnowski comes off for the extra attacker. Murphy still has it. Murphy shooting on Huff. Save made. Rebound again. Armstrong, as I said, middle of the pack on the penalty kill, and they have a chance shorthanded here. A chance to add to those 5 shorthanded goals. Centering pass, snapshot, save Sarnowski on Logan Hooks. Hooks Rando released from the sin bin as Armstrong is back to full strength. South Fayette with the puck, save made, rebound. Oh, it's rolling on the goal line, and Keller couldn't finish it. Oh, Huff, I think, might have gotten a goaltender stick on that. If so, it's the save of the game so far. Hooks up ahead for Chrisman. Chrisman stood up at the South Fayette blue line. Riverhawks have to reset. They give it away to Shea Cooney, but Cooney and Kalenko are offside for the Lions. Electronics from Amazon. And that looks like Ethan Barnhart. Barnhart too well covered. And we have a hand pass called against the Lions with 4:25 remaining in the first period. Face-off is brought here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Should be able to play it back to center, and they do. Franceschi over the blue line. Franceschi centering pass, shot on Sarnowski. Oh, a great blocker save there on Graff. Graff centers it one more time for Franceschi. Franceschi letting it go to Logan Hobound, pinching. That one off the side of the net. Franceschi pinching for the Armstrong power play. Inside the right circle, shot into the glove of Sarnowski. And there is no rebound. But that's broken up. It comes to Petter at the left point. Petter with 35 to go in the period, works it down low. Out in front it comes to Vizio. Vizio's shot just missed the net. Now, Vizio's had a couple good looks at the end of this period. Go. Rygaard over the blue line. Rygaard poke-checked, and a chance the other way for Armstrong. Franceschi over the blue line. Franceschi shooting. Good save there from mid-range by Sarnowski. 5 seconds left. It's gloved down by Petter. And we'll see if Matt Schwartz's club can get it going here as we are underway in the middle frame between the circles. Keller on goal. Speak of the devil, when the devil comes calling, Nate Keller goes between the pillows and gives South Fayette. Mirando unable to get that puck deep. Here come the Lions. Lead pass Tyler Brandabora. Brandabora tucks it in behind Rexton Huff. And isn't that a fine how do you do? South Fayette 2. Mirando unable to get that puck deep. Here come the Lions. Lead pass Tyler Brandabora. Brandabora tucks it in behind Rexton Huff. And isn't that a fine how do you do? South Fayette 2. Murphy and Petter picking up the assist on the Tyler Brandabora goal as Jake Graff counterattacks for Armstrong, and the rebound dribbles just wide. Oh, a good save there by Sarnowski, but he gave up a big juicy rebound, and the Riverhawks keeps it in the zone for South Fayette. Lobanov trying to hook up with Chiappetta. Chiappetta puts it in! It is 3-0 Lions. This cross-ice pass almost beyond the reach of its intended target, but the Riverhawks continue to keep the cycle going here on the main advantage. Cuts through a crowd. Good save. Sarnowski saw that one at the last moment. Goals in that senior night scrimmage hosted by Mount Lebanon. Shot on goal. Sarnowski was bracing for it, and the follow-up is put high and wide. Kutch with Sarnowski out of position. Toward goal, it's blocked, and that hurt Jackson Brandabora. And 27 points overall to lead the Lions and rank third in the AA classification. Murphy, burial, 4-0 Lions. 7:08 to go, second period. And 27 points overall to lead the Lions and rank third in the AA classification. Murphy, burial, 4-0 Lions. 7:08 to go, second period. And in their 23-year history, defeating Pennsbury as Sarnowski makes that save, and the rebound is buried by Adam Hooks as the donut disappears with 5:20 remaining in period 2. Hooks with his 7th goal of the season in their 23-year history, defeating Pennsbury as Sarnowski makes that save, and the rebound is buried by Adam Hooks as the donut disappears with 5:20 remaining in period 2. Hooks with his 7th goal of the season. Not that Kennedy isn't stimulating company, but I digress. Tyler Brandabora shooting off the mask of Huff. That stunned him for a moment as we hear the Zamboni warming up beneath our feet. One of the nice.
All across the United States, Each state has what's called an immunization information system. Immunization information systems, or IIS, are confidential, population-based, computerized databases that record all immunization doses administered by participating providers to persons residing within a given geopolitical area. In the United States, every vaccination registry is a bit different, which can become daunting and confusing. Enter PubHub. PubHub solves this issue by giving its providers the ability to connect and communicate to the state registry with one connection and one data format. For example, if a patient has received the COVID-19 vaccine, PubHub allows the provider to see if the patient has already received the vaccine, keeping everything safe and organized for everyone.
Two jumbo ice caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino. Extra caramel.
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
For over 20 years, groups, families, and individuals have been saving money with the Avia Dental Plan.
For as little as $9.25 a month, members can save up to 50% or more on dental care.
Plus, everyone qualifies, and there is no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Start saving today with the Avia Dental Plan.
Go to getlowcostdental.com or call 1-888-431-2273. Smile. You're with people who care.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Hey there, hockey fans! You already know 10-Band TV can stream live regional sports. But did you know you can also stream the best of the local music scene as well? Music from the 412 is live and streaming 24/7 on 10-Band TV. Watch music videos, concerts, and original programming free from the comfort of your couch. Featuring the best of music and artists from Pittsburgh and Western PA. Tune in today.
Special thanks to the South Fayette Hockey Association for sponsoring the 2023-2024 season of PIHL Hockey Night Live on 10-Band TV. And it's not too late for your PIHL team to join the excitement. If you want to see your favorite team on 10-Band TV, email info@10bandproductions.com to learn more about our coverage and how to create fundraising opportunities for your favorite team. All sponsor teams get their own page on the 10-Band TV website to promote live streams, games on demand, senior nights, and more. So check out right now if you're a South Fayette supporter, 10band.tv/sfhockey. And shout out to Dinner Bell Road for the music from the 412 that you heard between periods. Hear more at musicfromthe412.com or download the app to your Roku or Amazon Fire device as period 3 is underway here. Game 1 of our PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center on the PIHL channel, part of 10-Band TV, presented by Iron Bridge. Matt Popchock back again with second period shot totals, which were 14-6 in favor of South Fayette, as that pass is mishandled by one of the Armstrong Riverhawks, who begin period 3 on the power play, trailing 4-1 to the South Fayette Lions. Second period shots 14-6 in favor of the Lions. Game totals South Fayette 16, Armstrong 14 as period 3 has commenced. Near side it comes, and a save by Sarnowski off his right leg / goaltender stick. Logan Hooks pinching, has a good handle on that puck, and he's been skating well on this power play sequence for the Riverhawks as this shot from the boards is blocked. And one of the South Fayette penalty killers knocked down right in front of Sarnowski as play continues with 38 to go in the man advantage. Graft toward goal, knocked aside at the last moment by Sarnowski as that almost dribbled in past the South Fayette netminder. Chiapetta on his hands and knees trying to protect that puck as he's bullied by a couple of Riverhawks. Chiapetta broke a stick in the process and immediately got one from one of the South Fayette assistants. Rebound attempt is stopped by Sarnowski, hugging that near post. South Fayette unable to clear as a shot through traffic is blocked. And Sarnowski went down and is scrambling to get himself back up as the Lions finally get a clear. And Matt Schwartz changes lines and gets his penalty killers back to the bench as South Fayette, the number 1 penalty kill in the classification, is now 3 for 3 on the night. They were 4 for 4 in that Penn's Cup championship game against Armstrong last year. 3 for 3 here, and they preserved the 3-goal lead early in this third period as the Riverhawks are guilty of icing. Rygaard dispossessing Miller as it comes back to the Armstrong blue line. Near side for Miller. Miller deflects it into South Fayette territory. Vizio for Imler. And the Riverhawks go D-to-D for Mirando as that puck was played erroneously. Back to Shirer. Shirer puts it into South Fayette ice, and the Lions are content to get it back to the neutral zone. Chrisman maneuvering around a South Fayette back checker as he sends this puck to the near circle. Lions unable to clear their area. Vizio will try and get it up to Imler. Imler depositing it at the center circle before he's checked into the glass. And he comes off for a line change 3 minutes into the third period with the Lions still up by 3. Mirando knocked off that puck by Rygaard. Shot through the point. Kick save at the last moment by Sarnowski. That puck changed directions, it looked like. And the follow-up is blasted by Logan Hooks into the stomach of Sarnowski, who is stabbed by an Armstrong stick, I believe. And taking obvious exception to that and gesturing to this USA hockey crew, Buchholz and Fitzgerald, wanting a penalty. And Sarnowski might have bought himself a call here. Or did he? Players from both teams are going to go. Rygaard and Sims are going to go off coincidentally here. Rygaard's going to go off for retaliation. Sims is going to go for knocking down Sarnowski, if I'm not mistaken. So we remain 5 aside with this faceoff coming to Sarnowski's right. Sims off for slashing, Rygaard off for roughing as the Lions attack. Kalinko lost that puck to Mirando. Armstrong playing with only 12 skaters this evening, so playing on the road and playing shorthanded, not an easy task for Ed Jeremy, the fourth-year head coach. And this game for the Riverhawks really took on the complexion of a Muhammad Ali fight. In that first period, South Fayette took their best punch. And they score again here as the Lions have regained the 4-goal cushion. And it is Ivan Kalinko netting goal number 5 for South Fayette with 13:10 remaining in regulation. The freshman's second goal of the varsity campaign. Just a loose puck along the side of the cage. Not sure if Huff knew where it was or not. But it was there for the taking, and Kalinko took it for the easy tap-in. A workmanlike goal there by the European forward. And the Lions are in cruise control here with time ticking away at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. As I said, South Fayette taking Armstrong's best punch in that first period and then raining offensive blows upon the Riverhawks in the second period. Chiappetta has Murphy open up ahead of the play. Murphy takes the pass. Murphy shoots. Score! Thank you, sir. May I have another? Nolan Murphy, 6-1 Lions. 12 and a half to go, third period. Number 19 on the year for the All-Star. The floodgates opened early in period 2 with Keller going 5-hole. Now from the left wing circle, Murphy goes 5-hole and just sneaks it through the body of Rexton Huff, the beleaguered Armstrong goaltender. Kalinko and Murphy scoring seconds apart here in the third period for the Lions, who appear well on their way to victory number 9 of the regular season, moving to within 4 points of clinching that Penguins Cup playoff spot. None of the teams in Class AA have clinched to this point. None have been eliminated mathematically either, entering Thursday night. Sarnowski playing it behind his own net as Fisher goes down. Near corner, Keller moves it out in front of his own cage. And Keller will take matters into his own hands for the Lions, going near side of D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro poke check, but Keller was trailing the play. Down low it comes to D'Alessandro for Keller. Keller on goal, kicked out of there by Huff. Adam Hooks with speed through center. Hooks, the lone Armstrong goal scorer, lost the puck to Mulkey. Mulkey gave it away to Adam Hooks. Lipdak trailing the play, trying to get it back inside the South Fayette zone, and the Riverhawks are offside. Well, the push for the 2024 PIHL Playoffs is almost here, and 10 Band TV is a proud broadcast partner for the 2024 Penguins Cup Championship Series and the 2024 PIHL Co-op Division Tournament. For information on affordable postseason advertising opportunities for your business or organization, simply visit 10band.tv and click advertise. South Fayette, meanwhile, going to the power play for just the second time tonight, leading this game 6-1 with under 11 minutes remaining in the third period. Sims and Reigard have gone back to their respective benches as the Lions put that puck on goal vis-a-vis Murphy. And Huff denies him the hat trick as Sarnowski leaves his net to play this puck. A minute 30 to go in the South Fayette power play. Lions 0 for 1. But it has not mattered because they've been a menace at 5-on-5. Tyler Brandabora, right wing circle. Brandabora playing that puck with one hand up to Murphy along the near boards. Murphy down low to Tyler Brandabora. Murphy unable to keep it in the zone. A good clear there by Mirando as it comes up to Murphy one more time. Midway through the South Fayette power play, Chiappetta is run into by one of the Riverhawks, but he keeps going forward. D'Alessandro now double teamed by a pair of Armstrong penalty killers. Lions played along the far boards as Kutch stands up Tyler Brandabora. To the right point it comes. Near side now for Murphy. Murphy through a crowd. And you can break out the chapeaus, baby! Nolan Murphy on the power play. Makes it 7-1 Lions. 9:45 remaining, third period. number 20 for the South Fayette senior in 2023-2024. And one of the Armstrong coaching staff barking something at the South Fayette bench as the Lions are gathered in front of their head coach, Matt Schwartz. And Jeremy and Matt Schwartz are really having an argument of some kind. About what, I'm not quite sure. In any event, Nolan Murphy has scored for South Fayette on the power play. And we might be getting penalties here against one of the two benches, if not both, as the door to the South Fayette penalty box is open, but now all of a sudden the door is shut. Oh, and that puck comes into the South Fayette bench, and officials think that it was fired into the South Fayette bench intentionally. Logan Hooks has been ejected from the game. My goodness. Buckholtz and Fitzgerald say that Hooks fired that puck at the South Fayette coach intentionally, and that might have hit Matt Schwartz in the hand. Schwartz is shaking his hand. Logan Hooks, the senior defenseman and PIHL All-Star, ejected from this game with 9:40 remaining in the third period, and South Fayette leading 7-1. Officials talking over what exactly the penalty will be, as Matt Schwartz appears to be, thank goodness, no worse for the wear. I mean, that puck immediately off the faceoff went zooming into the South Fayette bench. Hooks pleaded his own case, but to no avail. He was immediately tossed. And it looks like Barnhart is going to go off to serve whatever penalty or penalties have been assessed to Logan Hooks. Now this will give us a chance to shout out our new sponsor, Capper Hockey Services. Capper Hockey Services is your trusted partner in navigating the diverse opportunities available for hockey players and their families as they continue their hockey journeys at the collegiate level. Capper Hockey Services is proud to partner with the American College Hockey Association to present the ACHA Prospect Showcase Series April 19th through the 21st in Middletown, New Jersey, June 21st through the 23rd in Las Vegas, and August 2nd through the 4th in Adrian, Michigan. And coming in February to 10-Band TV, live coverage of the 2024 College Hockey Mid-America and College Hockey East Conference tournaments. Welcome aboard, Capper Hockey Services. South Fayette on a major power play for the next 5 minutes with a commanding 7-1 lead here over the Riverhawks. Out in front it comes. And we awaited the penalty announcement, the Armstrong penalty announcement, that is, by Austin McLean, but we have not had that officially yet. South Fayette continues to operate on the power play as Keller scores for the second time tonight, and the Lions now lead 8-1 with under 9 minutes to go in the third period, and you just don't want this thing to get any uglier than it's gotten already. We've seen an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty and ejection, some bickering between the benches. So South Fayette scores for the second time tonight and the second time in this third period on the power play. And it's a major power play, so the South Fayette special teams can continue to score at will here for the next 4 minutes and 18 seconds. As the PIHL mercy roll is now in effect, with the Lions leading by 7 goals. What does Peter Taglianetti, the former Penguin, always say? The first 5 minutes of a period and the last 5 minutes of a period are the most important parts. Well, that's where this game changed completely. The first 5 minutes of a period, the second period. South Fayette got those 3 goals in 3 minutes and 15 seconds, and the floodgates opened, and they have remained open, apart from a goal by Adam Hooks. That, at the time, brought the Riverhawks within 3, but that's as close as they've been able to get. Tyler Brandaboro with a wicked slap shot from center point that misses everything. Riverhawks send this puck out of play with 3:28 to go in the major penalty against Logan Hooks for unsportsmanlike conduct. Officially, the score sheet is saying that Jackson Brandabora picked up an unsportsmanlike conduct, misconduct penalty of the 10-minute variety, but we, at least in Media Row, did not see Jackson Brandabora leave the ice in any fashion, although we could be mistaken about that. The penalty to Hooks, Logan Hooks that is, has not yet been made official. Midway through the major power play for South Fayette, which has scored once already on this opportunity. Lions leading in mercy roll fashion as time winds down in period 3. Waiting in the wings for game 2 of our PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader are the Maroon Knights of Wheeling Central Catholic, making that long drive from the Ohio Valley, and the Chartiers Valley Colts, one of only 2 remaining unbeaten teams in the PIHL. The Colts and their longtime rivals, the Bishop Canevin Crusaders, who play in the co-op division, are both 12-0 coming into tonight. And the Colts will put that record on the line later on against the Maroon Knights as that game faces off around 9:10 Eastern time here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. So stick around for that, if you please. The Colts making their much anticipated 23-24 PIHL Hockey Night Live debut on the PIHL channel. They were a team that we said at the end of last season could be potentially one of the most improved teams in the league this season. And to say the least, they have not disappointed. So we look forward to seeing them in action. Here, the reigning state champions in Class AA of Pennsylvania have put on a show in their first official game of the 2024 calendar year. 5:45 remaining in this accelerated third period. South Fayette 8, Armstrong 1. Under a minute remaining in the major penalty to Logan Hooks of the Riverhawks. Randall Fisher switching places with Imler. Imler, right point for Fisher. Fisher, that shot pass deflected off the body of Huff by Malky. Matt Schwartz emptying his bench a bit here as time ticks away in regulation. Imler had a goal in that Sunday scrimmage against Mount Lebanon for the Mount Lebanon senior night celebration. Has this puck for the Lions. And Fisher will bring it up for South Fayette with 20 to go in the major penalty. Fisher pinned up against the boards. Venom with puck support for the Lions. Venom with time and space now goes up top to File. File off an Armstrong stick as it was blocked by Miller. And that should just about do it. So the Riverhawks limit the Lions to just the 1 goal on the major power play as Barnhart exits. And the puck goes, this time unintentionally, out of play. And for some reason, now officials get the signal to the scores table to continue the clock. Once again, the PIHL mercy roll in effect as the mistake is corrected. Barnhart at center ice is stood up by Rygard. Miller trailing the play for Armstrong. Tries to go to a man down low, but he was too well covered, and that man was Graff. Graff, the leading scorer of the Riverhawks coming into tonight, was held without a point in the last meeting between these teams and he's been held off the score sheet again tonight. South Fayette defensively has done a bang-up job on him. The Lions, 27 goals allowed as a team coming into Thursday, the least scored upon team in PIHL Class AA. Also came in with a plus 14 goal differential in second periods. As I said, they've been a strong second period team, and that's pretty much exactly the way this one played out. The Lions roared to life early in that middle frame and haven't looked back. Kalinko for Rygaard. Rygaard through a crowd, never made it on goal. Kutch around the boards. Riverhawks play it up through center. Puck out of play. And that'll bring the faceoff back to center ice. Mulkey against Liptak, and Mulkey wins it for the Lions, but it's given away to Liptak. Liptak right wing circle from a bad angle. Forces a good save there by Sarnowski. That was a powerful looking shot by Liptak. Slap shot from left point taken by Kutch is blocked. This puck Murphy dumped through center by Venom. Good poke check there by Emler. Up ahead it comes to Chrisman. South Fayette promptly fires back toward the center red line, where the Riverhawks gain the line and dump it in off Sarnowski. Approaching the final 2 minutes of regulation, South Fayette will improve to 9-1-0-2 overall. And Armstrong will drop their fourth in a row in PIHL play, falling to 3-10 on the campaign. South Fayette tying Latrobe, for the moment anyway, on points as they vie with the Wildcats for that number one overall playoff seed in Class AA. And those two teams still have to play each other, twice in fact. South Fayette visiting Latrobe on January 25th. South Fayette hosting Latrobe in their season finale on Leap Day, February 29th. And in the meantime, next up for the Lions, they will visit Hempfield and try to get some revenge on the Spartans at the Kirk-Nevin Arena next Thursday night, the 18th. 9:15 opening faceoff in that game, as we have a minute to go in regulation. Next up for the Riverhawks, the second game of this three-game road swing for Ed Jeremy's team. They will visit Thomas Jefferson at the Ice Castle on Monday, January 22nd, and that game will face off at 7 p.m. Braden Rygaard, meanwhile, has been issued an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And as we double check the score sheet, the official penalty against Logan Hooks was a match penalty, a 10-minute match penalty for attempt to injure. And Jackson Brandabora did, in fact, receive an unsportsmanlike conduct misconduct penalty. So that note on the score sheet was, in fact, legitimate, as Jackson Brandabora has not returned to action. But it was South Fayette, obviously, that was awarded the power play and scoring a goal on that major power play with Hooks out of the game. 20 seconds remaining. Armstrong looking for one final shot at Sarnowski. There's one, a floater from Barnhart. And that follow-up is denied by the South Fayette senior and frozen for a face-off. But I don't think we're going to get a face-off. They're just going to let this clock run. 1 second remaining. That's it, and that's all. Hockey hugs for the All-Star, Graydon Sarnowski. A 19-save victory for the South Fayette senior. Correction, 15-save victory for the South Fayette senior. Sarnowski, his third win individually of the regular season. And South Fayette opens 2024 with a bang, defeating the Armstrong Riverhawks and sweeping the regular season series. Final score, Lions 8, Riverhawks 1. And for one of the few times that I have witnessed in my 18 years of covering the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League, it appears there will be no handshake line. Do with that information what you will, as I say thank you to Austin McLean on public address. Thank you, executive producer Todd Kazarowski. Thank you, camera operator Kennedy Kazarowski. Thank you, Dinner Bell Road, and thank you for watching and listening. Once again, final score, South Fayette Lions 8, Armstrong Riverhawks 1. Wheeling Central Catholic at Chartiers Valley is next. I'm Matt Popchock, and you've been watching PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL channel, part of 10-Band TV, presented by Iron Bridge, and we will see you on the other side. Bora 1-on-2, gets around the one man and has it behind the net for the Lions. Out in front, D'Alessandro. Oh, what a great save there by Huff. On the backdoor play by Trevor D'Alessandro. Fisher's slap shot catches a stick and goes wide into Bora 1-on-2. Gets around the one man and has it behind the net for the Lions. Out in front, D'Alessandro. Oh, what a great save there by Huff. On the backdoor play by Trevor D'Alessandro. Fisher's slap shot catches a stick and goes wide. No score between South Fayette and Armstrong here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Second meeting between these teams that met in last year's Class AA Penguins Cup final as Sarnowski covers a loose puck inside the blue paint. And at the near corner. And one of the Riverhawks retaliating, and we're going to get penalties here. It's going to go against Armstrong as Murphy shoots on goal, and that stop is made by Huff. Sarnowski comes off for the extra attacker. Murphy still has it. Murphy shooting on Huff. Save made. Rebound again. Armstrong, as I said, middle of the pack on the penalty kill when they have a chance shorthanded here. A chance to add to those 5 shorthanded goals. Centering pass. Snapshot. Save Sarnowski on Logan Hooks. Hooks released from the sin bin as Armstrong is back to full strength. South Fayette with the puck. Save made. Rebound. Oh, it's rolling on the goal line and Keller couldn't finish it. Oh, Huff, I think, might have gotten a goaltender's stick on that. If so, it's the save of the game so far. Hooks up ahead for Chrisman. Chrisman stood up at the South Fayette blue line. Riverhawks have to reset. They give it away to Shea Cooney, but Cooney and Kalenko are offside for the Lions. Electronics from Amazon. And that looks like Ethan Barnhart. Barnhart 2-0 covered. And we have a hand pass called against the Lions with 4:25 remaining in the first period. Face-off is brought here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Should be able to play it back to center, and they do. Franceschi over the blue line. Franceschi centering pass, shot on Sarnowski. Oh, a great blocker save there on Graff. Graff centers it one more time for Franceschi. Franceschi letting it go to Logan Hogan, pinching. That went off the side of the net. Franceschi pinching for the Armstrong power play. Inside the right circle, shot into the glove of Sarnowski. And there is no rebound. But that's broken up. It comes to Petter at the left point. Petter with 35 to go in the period, works it down low. Out in front it comes to Vizio. Vizio shot, just missed the net. Vizio's had a couple good looks at the end of this period. Go. Rygaard over the blue line. Rygaard poke checked, and a chance the other way for Armstrong. Franceschi over the blue line. Franceschi shooting, good save there from mid-range by Sarnowski. 5 seconds left. It's gloved down by Petter, and we'll see if Matt Schwartz's club can get it going here as we are underway in the middle frame between the circles. Keller on goal. Speak of the devil, when the devil comes calling. Nate Keller goes between the pillows and gives South Fayette. Mirando unable to get that puck deep. Here come the Lions. Lead pass Tyler Brandabora. Brandabora tucks it in behind Rexton Huff. And isn't that a fine how do you do? South Fayette 2. Mirando unable to get that puck deep. Here come the Lions. Lead pass Tyler Brandabora. Brandabora tucks it in behind Rexton Huff. And isn't that a fine how do you do? South Fayette 2. Murphy and Petter picking up the assist on the Tyler Brandabora goal as Jake Graff counterattacks for Armstrong. Murphy and Petter picking up the assist on the Tyler Brandabora goal as Jake Graff counterattacks for Armstrong, and the rebound dribbles just wide. Oh, a good save there by Sarnowski, but he gave up a big, juicy rebound, and the Riverhawks nearly pulled one back moments after Tyler Brandabora doubled South Fayette's advantage. Fisher keeps it in the zone for South Fayette. Lobanov, 13 and 27 points overall to lead the Lions and rank third in the AA classification. Murphy, burial! Or a 1-on-2, gets around the one man and has it behind the net for the Lions. Out in front, D'Alessandro, oh, what a great save there by Huff on the backdoor play by Trevor D'Alessandro. Fisher's slap shot, catches a stick and goes wide. DeBora 1-on-2, gets around the one man and has it behind the net for the Lions. Out in front, D'Alessandro, oh, what a great save there by Huff on the backdoor play by Trevor D'Alessandro. Fisher's slap shot, catches a stick and goes wide. No score between South Fayette and Armstrong here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Second meeting between these teams that met in last year's Class AA Penguins Cup final as Sarnowski covers a loose puck inside the blue paint. And at the near corner, and one of the Riverhawks retaliating, and we're going to get penalties here. It's going to go against Armstrong as Murphy shoots on goal, and that stop is made by Huff. Sarnowski comes off for the extra attacker. Murphy still has it. Murphy shooting on Huff. Save made. Rebound again. Armstrong, as I said, middle of the pack on the penalty kill, and they have a chance shorthanded here. A chance to add to those 5 shorthanded goals. Centering pass, snapshot, save Sarnowski on Logan Hooks. Hooks released from the sin bin as Armstrong is back to full strength. South Fayette with the puck. Save made. Rebound. Oh, it's rolling on the goal line, and Keller couldn't finish it. Oh, Huff, I think, might have gotten a goaltender stick on that. If so, it's the save of the game so far. Hooks up ahead for Chrisman. Chrisman stood up at the South Fayette blue line. Riverhawks have to reset. They give it away to Shea Cooney, but Cooney and Kalenko are offside for the Lions. Electronics from Amazon. And that looks like Ethan Barnhart. Barnhart too well covered. And we have a hand pass called against the Lions with 4:25 remaining in the first period. Face-off is brought here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Should be able to play it back to center, and they do. Franceschi over the blue line. Franceschi centering pass, shot on Sarnowski. Oh, a great blocker save there on Graff. Graff centers it one more time for Franceschi. Franceschi letting it go to Logan Hogan, pinching. That went off the side of the net. Franceschi pinching for the Armstrong power play. Inside the right circle, shot into the glove of Sarnowski. And there is no rebound. But that's broken up. It comes to Petter at the left point. Petter with 35 to go in the period, works it down low. Out in front it comes to Vizio. Vizio's shot just missed the net. Vizio's had a couple good looks at the end of this period. Go. Rygaard over the blue line. Rygaard poke-checked, and a chance the other way for Armstrong. Franceschi over the blue line. Franceschi shooting. Good save there from mid-range by Sarnowski. 5 seconds left. It's gloved down by Petter. And we'll see if Matt Schwartz's club can get it going here as we are underway in the middle frame between the circles. Keller on goal. Speak of the devil, when the devil comes calling. Nate Keller goes between the pillows and gives South Fayette. Mirando unable to get that puck deep. Here come the Lions. Lead pass Tyler Brandabora. Brandabora tucks it in behind Rexton Huff. And isn't that a fine how do you do? South Fayette 2. Murphy and Petter picking up the assist on the Tyler Brandabora goal as Jake Graff counterattacks for Armstrong, and the rebound dribbles just wide. Oh, a good save there by Sarnowski, but he gave up a big juicy rebound, and the Riverhawks keeps it in the zone for South Fayette. Lobanov trying to hook up with Chiappetta. Chiappetta puts it in! It is 3-0 Lions. This cross-ice pass almost beyond the reach of its intended target, but the Riverhawks continue to keep the cycle going here on the man advantage. Cuts through a crowd. Good save. Sarnowski saw that one at the last moment. Goals in that senior night scrimmage hosted by Mount Lebanon. Shot on goal. Sarnowski was bracing for it, and the follow-up is put high and wide. Kutch with Sarnowski out of position. Toward goal, it's blocked, and that hurt Jackson Brandabora. And 27 points overall to lead the Lions and rank third in the AA classification. Murphy, burial, 4-0 Lions. 7:08 to go, second period. And in their 23-year history, defeating Pennsbury as Sarnowski makes that save, and the rebound is buried by Adam Hooks as the donut disappears with 5:20 remaining in period 2. Hooks with his 7th goal of the season. Not that Kennedy isn't stimulating company, but I digress. Tyler Brandabora shooting off the mask of Huff. That stunned him for a moment as we hear the Zamboni warming up beneath our feet. That puck changed directions, it looked like. And the follow-up is blasted by Logan Hooks into the stomach of Sarnowski, who is stabbed by an Armstrong stick, I believe. And taking obvious exception to that and gesturing to this USA hockey crew, Buck Olsen of Muhammad Ali fight. In that first period, South Fayette took their best punch. And they score again here as the Lions have regained the 4-goal cushion. And it is Chiappetta has Murphy open up ahead of the play. Murphy takes the pass. Murphy shoots. Score! Thank you, sir. May I have another? Nolan Murphy, 6-1 Lions. 12.5 to go, third period. To the right point it comes. Near side now for Murphy. Murphy through a crowd. And you can break out the chapeaus, baby! Nolan Murphy on the power play. Makes it 7-1 Lions. South Fayette bench. And officials think that it was fired into the South Fayette bench intentionally. Logan Hooks has been ejected from the game. My goodness. Buckholz and Fitzgerald say that Hooks fired that puck at the South Austin McLean, but we have not had that officially yet. South Fayette continues to operate on the power play as Keller scores for the second time tonight. And the Lions now lead 8-1 with under 9 minutes to go in the third period. And he hugs for the All-Star, Graydon Sarnowski. A 19-save victory for the South Fayette senior. Correction, 15-save victory for the South